Hey Exiles, I'm back with another build. After making endurance charge stacking build, I just had to take my spin on A. Spin to win action, with the gear I already had. With the introduction of 3.27 Cyclone, got a 20% buffs. We are playing as a juggernaut, endurance charge stacking. However, this is not our only ascendancy. King of the Mist gives extra ring slot in exchange of utility flasks. This is a big drawback. However, rings can have +1 to endurance charges on implicit. So with enough investment, I managed to make it 14 endurance charges. Just this alone makes 70% reduction to physical and elemental damage. It's broken, but this is not the end. We also play with a belt that converts endurance charges into brutal charges. Each brutal charge gives 3% to deal triple damage. So in total we have 42% to deal triple damage. Belt is taking away all of the endurance charges, but with Ralakesh's Impatience boots, we are count as always having maximum number of endurance charges. So we are not losing the buffs. Let's talk about Cyclone itself. We are playing with the Cyclone of Tumult. It's making Cyclone deal so much more damage for exchange of slowing us down. However, if we take Unstoppable Node from the Ascendancy, our action speed cannot be modified below 0. So we can move normally if we want to channel the skill for more than 2 seconds. By the way, I managed to craft this beauty, +2 endurance charges, triple tier 1, and attack speed. Wait. Whops. Now let me mention the biggest scaling I have in this build, and it's this jewel. We have 2 nodes with 10% increased damage per endurance charges, so that alone is 280% increased damage, and 2 nodes with 80% increased physical damage. So in total this jewel gives 440% increased damage. How much did it cost? 20 Chaos Orbs. Nice. We are playing with Unyielding for that extra sweet increase area of effect and damage buff. Another source of area of effect and damage at this small charges nodes. So in the ring slot, I slam 3 rings with +1 endurance charges and some random stats. In the amulet, we have Defiance of Destiny for the best recovery on hit for the life builds. Since we are making all of the hits small, this amulet is really powerful. The chest piece is one of the most important gear on us. This bad boy gives amazing damage and utility. Each gem that is socketed in green sockets have +30 to quality, and into red socket +2 to level. I put into the green socket Pulverized Support for extra area of effect and Cyclone of Tumult. Quality gives extra attack speed per stage. To the red socket I also put Shockwave. Scaling Shockwave level makes it have a smaller cooldown, which is also boosting our damage and quality of life. We are playing with 3 auras: Determination, Pride, Herald of Purity. This is Impale character, so we have to have chance to impale. Since I didn't want to play with Impale support, I had to get a pretty crazy jewel. This bad boy makes our impales last 2 additional hits and gives us chance to impale while affected by Pride. Also a bonus, give extra physical damage reduction while affected by Determination. It's crazy for how cheap I managed to buy this. Just 40 divines. It's a perfect 3 mod Watcher's Eye. Crazy. Also another honorable mention is this cluster jewel. Each time we war cry we have Onslaught and gives us all of the charges. Since I cannot use utility flasks, this was a no-brainer. I am playing with Auto Exertion and General's Cry, since it has the smallest cooldown of all of the war cries. In another jewel slot, I slammed Foulborn the Red Dream. This is a bread and butter for all of the life-based builds. This jewel alone is fixing our chaos resistance and gives 50% increased maximum life. I would love this jewel to either stay in a game or just make the life-based nodes like 20% more effective. I almost forgot to talk about the hands. Violent Desire. This is a buff that is activating while we have Rage, which is always. It gives our character around 20% increase Impale effect, and it makes Impale's last additional hit. It's on us around 80% of the time. You don't have to click it or anything. It just works. And another hand gives physical damage reduction and maximum life. The build in general is very well rounded. we have around 20 million damage. Very nice defense, and super nice area of effect. So how much did the building cost? It's 300 divines. For sure you can make a better version of a Cyclone for this much. However, the base character that I did was Warcry Bomber, and just reused half of the items from that. Path of Exile 2 is just around the corner. I hope you all had a blast in this league like I did. Let me know in the comments what kind of cool builds you guys made in this league. I might get inspired for the next video. And most importantly, leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.